Hey everyone, welcome to Kurt's World 69. Wait, that's not right. No.
Why not Flipperflix 69?
This is Flipperflix, guys. Flipperflix 69. That is correct, Adam. We had changed our name to Flipperflix 69. Actually, it's just 69 now. So, like, subscribe, follow us on our
Follow for follow.
blog.
So like you flip the Flipperflix upside down, the two F's,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have like this imaginary line,
Frank
and it creates.
Frank.
Exactly.
God damn it, Frank!
I didn't know it would turn out like that.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Sure you did.
But yeah, anyways.
Anyway,
up.
I'm Tim. This is actually Flipperflix.
No 69 yet.
No 69 yet. Yeah.
When
We got time.
our ages might in the future add up to be 69.
Oh shit.
I don't think so.
They
Wait,
How
are you
about
guys already past the point of no return?
No.
I was gonna say, aren't we? No, but that's what I was just about to say. I'm like, we're already past
No,
it.
yeah,
I was
we're
like,
way
wait a
past it.
second.
We can get to
Well,
96 though.
Yeah, I was gonna say with all three of us, yeah, we're way past it.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm math wrong.
If you remove me from the equation.
Yeah, Sam, you get out.
Yeah, I'm not allowed.
I don't think it could. I don't think it will.
Anyways, so social
I don't think
media.
there's a point at which
Oh,
we
that's
cross
kinda
over.
sad.
No, we would have had to be 23 all at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that easy.
Well,
Yeah.
I know. I meant like if just like two of us.
Yeah. It would be 34 and 35.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that'll happen with me and Sam for like
You're kicked out of the group.
a month.
Whee!
Anyway, so social media, we have it.
And it's not Flipperflix 69?
It's not. It is
Not.
Flipperflix, at Flipperflix on Instagram and Twitter. That's right. We have two of them. And maybe, Tim, we could get on
Uh-huh.
TikTok.
Yeah, he just came up with
Yeah.
the perfect name for TikTok.
So guys, I did make a TikTok. Oh shoot, it's got banned already. Darn. All right, well I guess we don't have
Oh.
a TikTok.
Good
I
thing there's
just
Flipperflix
did
that
it.
was
69
a
now.
wild ride.
But we also have a website, flipperflix.com. Easy as that. You can recommend movies.
/69.
There's no that'll take you to a 404.
What if you built a page just so that you could put 69 on a screen?
You know, I might.
In
I
our
have some free
branding.
time this weekend.
Do it.
I have some free time, and we'll just have Tim saying the number 69 on repeat.
Perfect.
Sure.
But yeah,
More
you can
things
rate
we're
and
not gonna
review
do.
us. They are not helping me, guys. Just whoever's listening out there.
I'll be quiet now.
It's been a while. And we got this new setup, so it's like messing up Sam. She's being rebellious right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we release our episodes at 1 p.m. Eastern time zone on your podcasting platforms. Is that all?
Dude, I don't know.
I got our website. I got our Instagram. I mean, you can send us random emails too if you really want to. Yeah,
What's that
recommend us
email
movies,
address?
please. No, they got to figure that out. Go dive into the archives. It's pretty easy, and I think it's on our Instagram link tree. Maybe, I don't know. I'm out.
Except that he really wanted you to recommend movies.
Yeah, recommend movies. We're running low.
Wah,
That's it.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
shit,
your
is it my turn?
Yeah. You want me to hit
Sam's
the
like,
crickets
Tim,
button?
Tim.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, my name's Sam.
Hi, Sam. Welcome to the group.
Thanks. We spun.
69.
I should have picked a movie that was 69 minutes.
I think that would have been difficult.
Missed opportunity. Those Disney movies.
Sleeping Beauty might be.
Yeah.
I think it's 71 minutes though.
You'd have to dive into the Disney archives. But anyway, what is it? Double digits is what the
Double
category is
digits.
called. And so it has to be less than 100 minutes, essentially.
Yeah.
And you know, this category really threw me for a loop. I was like searching for days because there's so much power in this category. Like, as much as we say that there's a lot of movies that are like super long, there are equal amount of movies that are short. And I really wanted to put, like, I didn't want to pick a kid's movie because we just did Puss in Boots. Otherwise, I would have like had it instantaneously. I would have just picked a kid's movie. Anyway, so I picked.
Tim's just making noises.
He's letting us know that he's still here.
He's Geralt.
Yeah.
He's Geralt of
Yes.
Flipper Flicks. Ugh.
Anyway, I picked Spree. Adam showed me the trailer for this, and I was like, huh, that looks pretty good. And I'll let Adam tell you the story of how he found it.
Wait, how did I find it?
I don't know.
know.
I figured you had a story.
No, not really.
Okay. I think he just likes Steve from Stranger Things.
Steve!
Yes.
But anyway, so the synopsis for this film is desperate for an online following, a rideshare driver has figured out a deadly plan to go viral, and he will stop at nothing to get his 5 minutes of fame. Where did we watch this?
Hulu, but it's on HBO Max,
Oh,
technically
shit.
speaking. Yeah, when I was doing my research, it was like it did the festival circuit, and then it is claimed to be an HBO Max original, which I don't understand.
Huh.
That seems weird. Yeah.
Yes, I'm confused,
Yeah.
but I still got to watch it, so it was available on streaming
There you go.
Yeah.
on well, it's on HBO. We watched it via Hulu.
Mhm.
Tim, did you watch it on Hulu?
I did.
Okay, then
Nice.
I think it's just on Hulu. I don't know where it is.
The internet's is not always correct, kids.
And adults.
Nope.
Actually, both parties need to hear that.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, since you called me out, I'll go into my expectations. Yeah, so yeah, we watched Stranger Things, like the new season. That part 1, part 2 isn't out yet for us. This episode will be out.
Way to date this episode.
You're welcome. So I always get on a Joe Keery kick. I'm a fan of his. Steve is my favorite character. I'll say that. Steve and Dustin. Dusty
Classic
Yeah.
Buns.
pairing.
The dynamic is hilarious.
Dusty Buns.
Dusty Buns.
So I was like, I think what happened was I was just like looking through like random actors' movies because Sam was on a struggle bus. She had to pick the perfect movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was her whole thing.
That
She
is
said-
not true.
Yeah, it is.
I had what I wanted to do, and then I couldn't find a movie that I wanted to do that in. So I'm going to hope that I can do it later this season. Now
Okay,
continue.
there's still 2 more left. But as far as my expectations, I was honestly pretty excited for it. It looked ridiculous. It kind of reminded me of that Truth or Dare movie that we watched. I think Emma Roberts is in it. Sam, you and I watched it
Sure.
a while ago.
I was like, have I
Where, like-
watched a movie called Truth or Dare?
I don't think it's called Truth or Dare.
Was it me
It was
that
like-
you watched that with?
It was like a movie where like they would get like given a task on their phone, and it was all dares. There was no truths.
Right.
And they had to like jump off a building, but the building there would be something to catch them at the bottom, boys.
That movie was called Nerve.
But it was the premise of Truth or Dare.
Yes.
No. It's called Truth or Dare, and you had the nerve.
Well, there
I'm pretty
actually
sure
is
there
a
is
Truth or Dare
movie.
scary movie, and I'm
I
like,
know,
I
I
did not
think-
watch
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah. Somebody called this movie a horror movie, by the way. I'm just gonna throw that out there. We can get into it later.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tim, you go.
Well, so when you first told me Spree,
You were
I
like,
was just
"Candies."
imagining what Spree would be, and my first thought was this is some movie about like a killing spree,
Oh,
Interesting.
wow.
Wow.
because I couldn't think of any other words. And then I read the synopsis, and I was like, actually sounds like it could be solid. And then I saw it was Steve, so I was like, okay, maybe we got something here. I don't know why I haven't heard of this, because this is probably something I would just watch on my own.
Right?
So excited is a strong term, but I was looking forward to it, I guess.
Somewhere
Cautiously
between like,
optimistic.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
that's
way
a
to
good one.
say, yeah. Sam. Again.
I'm just giving people space to talk
Nope.
here.
We just talk over each other.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We're
Why
like
would we
over
change
100
that?
episodes
Yeah,
in.
why would
did
we
you
change
just
that now?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I feel like I kind of already touched base on like
She's
why
dying.
I chose it, but
Mhm.
for expectations, I remember watching the trailer, and the trailer looked funny
Yeah.
at the time, and then I went back and rewatched the trailer after I watched it, and I was like, why did I think that was funny? Like, was I in some deranged mood? Anyway, we can talk about that more when we get into the film, but I like Steve. I was excited that Steve was in something other than Stranger Things. And it looked like a horror comedy, which is like everybody's jam on this podcast. So I was like, sold.
Sold.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, yeah, this is newish on streaming. So, spoilers. We're like 10 minutes
Actual
in.
spoilers.
Yeah, actual spoilers. We're not talking like 1980s.
Like
Who does
Cordell
that?
Brew. Yeah,
Who does
no
that?
one.
For starters, I just want to say, does anybody wear a seatbelt in this movie?
Oh, shit. I didn't notice that.
No, you didn't?
No,
So-
I didn't.
So Joe's character, Kurt's World 96.
I feel like he
He does. Kurt wears
does.
a seatbelt.
Oh
Always.
yeah, that's right. His thing is 96. I said 69. Yeah,
I thought he did that on purpose.
I thought you did too.
I did too. I guess. But...
Yeah.
We'll scrub it out. People will never know.
But Tim, to make it even better, when this movie came out, I think they finished wrapping it at 2019. It didn't go to the circuit till 2020. So he would have been 23. 23 times 3 is 69.
It's
Boom.
69. Yeah.
Roasted.
Math lesson.
Math lesson.
Full circle.
That's why Tim said 69 at first. He
No,
knew he
Yeah.
was 23.
Yeah, it's always gonna show up.
But gotta love that he has 96 in his name. You automatically like you know his age from that. They don't have to say
Yeah,
it.
that's literally
Because like I don't know. I always found that funny.
Yeah. Well, it could have been his birth year. Not true, because
That is his birth year.
That would be younger than me.
96?
Yeah.
1996. Yeah, he's younger than you.
Oh, I guess I was thinking like, how old do you have to be a rideshare driver? It seems like you should be older than that.
Yeah, it seems a little weird, doesn't it?
I would assume 18.
You're probably right. I just don't have.
I mean, I would imagine, yeah.
I feel like all of the Lyfts and Ubers I've gotten have been like middle-aged people.
Yeah,
That is true. They
mostly. Or
definitely
like
are.
people that are just retired and bored.
Yeah, or like our age is like the youngest. I don't know that I've seen somebody younger than me, but maybe I have. This is wild. Anyway, in the
21.
Damn.
21 years of age or older.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah,
that-
nobody wears a seatbelt. Back to that.
Yeah, I was like,
Like Mario's in the back.
Yeah, not a bit. I'm trying to think.
Mario's bouncing around. The first dude he picks up, bouncing around. Jessie might have. She did when she was in the. Anybody in the front seat wore a seatbelt.
Yeah, I was trying to, because I was pretty sure he wore one at one point.
Oh, he
mhm.
does because he like wrecks people.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say he knows, so he's like
Right, yeah.
prepping himself.
Yeah, he was prepping for the lesson.
Yeah. What the fuck?
God.
I did like how this movie was done. Like, I liked that it was constantly like his phone live. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and
Right,
it
he
would,
was
like-
actually looking around and into the
Yeah.
cameras and stuff.
Yeah, it would like split screen and like it would be another like live feed or whatever. But at the beginning, when you're first getting to know Kurt's world before he starts his extravaganza, he's like playing video games and he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. But he like closes a door. And I was like, is that you
Yeah.
guys? Is that what you guys do?
me.
I never
No.
closed the door.
You just
It's
scream,
him.
I'm gonna
It's him
fuck you
left
up
it
and let
open.
people hear. Good on ya.
Yeah.
I didn't rage that much. Steven did.
Mm,
Yeah.
Tyler did.
outed so many people.
I'm not gonna talk for Tim because Tim's on here.
No, I have no problems containing my rage when it comes to those things. So
You're a Zen master.
yeah, completely zen.
Definitely.
Except for the part where I explode off the hinge all the time. So
Constantly.
fly off the handle at a moment's notice.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds.
Exactly.
That is perfect. But so Sam, you were talking about the cameras. There's apparently only like 2 scenes in the film where they used like film cameras.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, most of it was all
doesn't
shot
surprise
like
me.
with the cameras in the.
Yeah. Well, you can get pretty good quality from like an iPhone these days, and then like
GoPros.
GoPros are like, well, at least the one I have, which is old, is like 1080p,
Right.
and that was like is old.
Yeah,
so I'm
hers is
sure
old as
they
shit.
shoot in 4K now. Yeah.
Oh, why do you have all these cameras for? Oh, it's for my safety.
I thought that was hilarious.
He has how many cameras up? At least like
So many. There's like one in each corner, plus one in the middle of the dash, plus one in the center of the back, right? So he has at least 6?
yeah,
6, yeah. Plus his phone.
Yeah. 7.
always recording,
Yeah. I'm always on, man.
just like
Oh
Dennis.
my god.
Well, I thought it was funny when. Okay, so I don't know if funny is the correct word, but I think it is still funny at first. Maybe I'm just a psychopath. Who knows? We'll find out through this
Psycho
episode.
killer.
But like the first one that he picks up, the guy is like he's going to a speech or whatever, right? And like
Right.
all you see at first is like he drinks the water, right? And then he like passes out or whatever. And then you don't see him dispose of the corpse. Like you don't know he
Yeah,
died.
he doesn't get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not till he picks up like the next chick that you're like, oh shit, he's killing people.
Oh yeah,
Right, yeah.
like well, I mean, in between that, I thought he showed like there was like the cringy video of the lesson. Like first, you're gonna want to
Oh
stab it with the needle. Don't want any air bubbles in it. It doesn't matter. And then you want to take it, dab it with the hot glue gun. You don't actually need any hot glue. Just dab it. It should be hot enough by now since you plugged it in before we did anything.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel like
just-
I accidentally memorized that.
Mm-hmm.
It really hits on like his, I don't know, I feel like the mentality of younger kids these days, maybe. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure. Or like or more of just, no, I shouldn't say in general, because there's a lot of this movie that I was like, what the fuck? Because it was like it took
What?
extremes of whatever example it was giving, right? So I couldn't really figure out this movie for like, was it poking fun? Was it showing like a person's what are the biases, I guess, or was it poking fun at everyone, or was it poking fun, or was it like a warning? I couldn't really tell what this movie was, because at one point I was just annoyed. I
Oh
was just like, why is this shit so? Why are we talking about, this dude's like fucking weird? The first guy, like right off the bat,
Yeah.
was just straight like. They're like, this guy's a Nazi or so, I don't know, but like not that extreme, but he was definitely like a white supremacist, right? That's like
Yeah.
what he was supposed to be. And then like later on, Mario's like the
Was like
alpha
the jock.
male, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
toxic masculinity. And then even Jesse is like talking about blackface and stuff, and like, so I was like, I'm not sure what they're trying to do with this, other than like, I was pissed because I was like, are they just trying to bait people into confirmation bias and stuff like that? So that was driving me nuts. And then of course, just how Kurt was like,
Over the top, follow for follow.
he just feels like very like, I need to be loved.
Yeah.
So
He's
that
a bit of a
was
sociopath.
so, yeah, and I think
Just a bit.
there's some people that are like that these days, but they've probably been around for much longer than these days.
Yeah. It's just easier to get on the, social media.
All right.
I mean, we still have Keeping
my
Up with the
little- my
fucking
little rant.
Kardashians. It's on like what, season like 20 or some bullshit?
You're
Mhm.
season 20
Yeah,
or
like-
something.
I can proudly say I've not watched that.
No,
You know,
never.
People might be like, get off your shit. You guys have 100 episodes
That
where
is
you just
true.
talk to each other.
That is
so
true.
Pot calling the kettle black. Although I don't know that we ever really set out to be like for like, follow for follow.
Yeah.
Like we're just out
like,
here.
share, comment, show
Rate
your
me.
mom and dad.
Yeah,
And,
we have asked for ratings, so you gotta take that off the docket. We did
That's true.
shamelessly plug ratings, but all we ask for is recommendations.
Speaking of that, hey guys, if you go to iTunes and you go to the
You can
thing,
rate
you can
us.
rate us.
Facts. Spin straight facts. Also-
we do not play follow for follow. I don't do that shit. That shit annoys me. So
It
don't
does.
do that.
She will delete your post or
I'll fucking block your shit.
yeah, she does do
That was
that.
aggressive, but that's how I feel about it.
Why is his hair always wet?
I don't know. He's
I
stressed
just
out,
figured,
man.
he was sweaty and gross.
I'd believe that.
Maybe he doesn't have AC in his car,
Oh, that would be
or his
Well, that would
cameras are
suck as a
blocking
ride
he
it.
would be
share.
an awful ride share, dude.
Yeah.
I did love how like the Mario guy got all pissy, like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick up another ride," And he's like, what the hell? He's like, you chose social.
Yeah.
Right.
That's,
Well, that's
the
the
experience.
other thing I noticed is like everyone was like an asshole to start,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is very
I think they were set in
Again.
Cali.
yeah. But again, that's like I don't know. This is like almost if somebody took a bunch of like Reddit, 4chan stuff and thinks it's reality into a movie. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. I couldn't figure that out.
I mean,
But-
they did nail the like Twitch stream chat. Like when he had the people
Yeah.
actually streaming,
Yeah.
they fucking nailed that.
Oh, that was straight up like
That's what it looks like.
the
Mhm.
audience that this guy probably would have.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
or his friend or whatever, and yeah, it would look like that for the most part, depending.
Do you have something to say on this, Sam? Because I'm going to keep going on it real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the director/writer said he did 40 all-nighters to write all of the comments himself in the names.
Holy shit.
He wrote all of those.
Jesus.
That's
And
impressive.
One of the comments was, "What up? I'm Jared. I never fucking learned how to read,"
I love that.
which apparently is from a Vine from the
Oh.
actor who played Bobby.
Bobby.
Huh.
Bobby
His
Basecamp.
friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bobby
Bobby
Basecamp.
Basecamp.
Bobby Basecamp.
Which
That's
I
funny.
must say, Bobby Basecamp is definitely a homage to Kurt's world. Like, Basecamps exist on a world. Just saying.
That might be stretching it.
Interesting.
I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, apparently he did a Vine back in the day when Vines were cool.
Nice.
You remember Vines? No, I never got into them.
I didn't either.
Not really. A little bit of yik yak, but
Oh, Yik Yak.
Yeah.
Dude, I got banned from Yik Yak.
did you? Really?
You did. You got one post
For
taken
the
down, and she claims it
stupidest
a
shit.
ban.
No, they fucking
they did not
suspended
ban.
my
They
account.
suspend. That's not a ban. That's a suspension.
That's basically a ban.
Well, bans aren't even bans these
She
days.
said it was the bomb.com, and they
Oh,
just
they-
suspended.
they immediately read the word bomb and were like,
immediately suspended.
Yeah.
Debomb.com? Sad.
yeah. Anyways, we
So
got a lot of
nice.
likes for my Pokemon conversation I had that one time at band camp.
See, this is what this generation is like, man. Talking about their highs when they got 1,000 people to like them on Yik Yak, which
I
doesn't
think it
even
was like
exist anymore.
230. I think it still does exist.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's on Yik Yak?
Yak at us. I don't. What do you say, Tim? Tim, you're hip. With the
I
youths.
don't. Yak back.
I don't think you can even like yak at someone. Like you can't
No, you
mention
can't.
them. At least you
Yeah.
couldn't back in the day.
No,
No,
but you
it's
can
all
comment on their
anonymous.
comment.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Well, before you move on, the stream comments. I wanted to touch
Yes.
base on that for a little bit. There was one later on in the movie when I'm just gonna spoil that part when like Jesse finally like runs him into the wall. And there's one that goes, take a selfie with him, lol. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
Then she did.
yeah. And there's other ones like when he goes to her show and they're like, Kurt's made of steel. And I was like,
I have that one too.
there's just some good ones in there. So I'm glad that he took the time to write them.
Right?
Like, I'm kind of like, that's overkill to do that much. But then, like, when you're in the moment and you see those small details, you're like, that's hilarious.
Honestly, like it makes you feel like you're watching a stream.
Exactly. It's irrelevant.
Yeah. It irritated me for that a little bit.
Because it felt real?
It felt super exaggerated.
Oh. Anyways, I'm just picking people up and dropping them off.
Yeah, absolutely. Dropping them off.
Yeah, absolutely dropping them off.
Sam's trying to bring me back the absolutely game.
Oh, did you guys? Yeah, well, rightfully so. Did you guys think that he killed his mom in the beginning?
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
My first thought was that he killed her. I'm glad I was right. I'm
Well-
gonna gloat about that now.
At
you
one
watch
point,
a lot of scary movies. You're
at
on
one
top of it.
point, I
When he
think
leaves and comes back and he's got the crystal, I'm like, oh, she dead. I was like, she's gone.
there's a point in the movie where he's had six. You clearly see he's killed 6 people in his car, and he straight up says, "Oh, and like 7 kills so far, guys."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's easy to miss because you're not counting how many fuckers he's killed.
Oh, I don't think. Yeah, I definitely didn't catch that. And I felt like the escalation point in this movie is like the junkyard scene where he has all those people in there like hanging out of the
Oh yeah.
the sky window
Yeah.
and then the dogs and stuff. Like before that, it's like, oh, he's killing people. Okay, and then you get to there and you're like, holy shit, he's killing people.
He's
Well, that's-
murdering.
yeah, he went to like straight up like brutal stuff because of Bobby Basecamp told him it was not cool.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not cool, man. It's just straight up evil.
Yeah.
yeah.
But he said you need a wow factor or something like that, or a what the fuck moment. And so
Mhm.
that's when he started doing shit like that.
And then he goes and stabs Bobby.
Yeah.
He sure does.
Did Bobby not have parents? Like Bobby looked like he was 16.
Yeah, that was confusing.
Yeah, I guess it was his house. I don't know.
I do not know. Also, Sam, I'm going to tell you now, I don't plan on getting cutouts of us once we, officially make it big and become stars. So please rate us on
Like,
iTunes.
subscribe, follow back.
We won't follow you back, but follow us.
Are you talking about Bobby Basecamp has a cutout?
Yeah,
of
he had to cut
himself?
himself.
Yeah.
Also, I'd believe if Kurt did too, but
His would be like a low budget. What are they called? Fat heads. He'd have like a fat head
yeah.
of like a shitty pixelated picture. That would be Kurt's.
It would be.
What'd you think of his dad, Chris Conkle?
I like him as an actor. And I think he actually was probably the best, not character, but the most well performed. But his dad was a little fucking weird.
Yeah. His dad equally felt as needy.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for
He
sure.
100% gets it from him.
Yeah. Because like he takes him to the club or whatever and he's talking about DJ Uno.
DJ Uno.
DJ Uno. And
Which again is everyone is just an extreme of something.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how movies are, though.
Yeah, but this one like more so. It really pushed like to make sure you knew what they were extreme about or like why they were fucking who they were. So I don't know.
Yeah. And I think
really am not sure about the message on this movie is still.
I was gonna say, I wonder if it's also like the format that you're watching it in. So like what I was saying earlier, where it makes you feel like you're like actually in it. Like there's not a real movie happening. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it literally just looks like you're
Watching a stream.
yeah. And so maybe that takes you out of it in a way, or like makes you feel like it's definitely different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then I don't know, like DJ Uno, she's all kind of like pissy at the club because nobody's there. And then they go to a food truck and she's like, give me the most popular thing. And I'm
Right.
like,
And then
I mean, people do that.
they do.
Oh, they do it all the time. I know people that do that.
I know, me.
It is Sam. Sam does that.
I want to do the thing that
We
is
literally-
cool.
We literally bought a drink at a restaurant, Tim, because it came in a baby little bathtub.
Dude, that's fucking sweet.
It was pretty cool.
What? That's awesome.
See?
See, people buy
popular
Tim.
for a
They
reason.
buy the random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was talking about just like nachos or something.
Yeah, I know.
But still, how do we know there weren't like fucking fireworks in the nachos? We don't. We never got to see.
Mm.
Oh, wait. He did get them.
Yeah, he did.
And they're boring.
They were just
Yep.
normal.
Sorry, that scene also escalates very quickly. Like,
Yeah.
but you knew she was going to drink a water. Like, he left him unattended. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. Wakes up, shoots a cop in the head.
Yeah. Wait. Where did she go?
I think she just ran off.
She just ran
Yeah,
off.
did
We
she
don't
just
know what
leave?
happened.
Yeah.
We don't know. The cops chased her, and Kurt fucked off.
Yeah.
And then didn't the cops start following Kurt, and that's why he does the
Yeah. At
barrel
one
roll?
point.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then he's
well-
driving down the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, and that's where he like lost them, and then he ends up in like the homeless town. And as soon as he started saying, "I could just run over all these people," you're like, "Oh God."
And then the stream's like, "Do it!"
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then he flips his car, and that's why Kurt is made of steel.
Yes. Coming back to that point.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, he ends up stealing, killing that other dude, the other Uber driver, the other spree driver.
Yeah, that's
Right.
later.
Yeah, after he's like laughing. He's like, "Oh, I'm not that crazy driver." He starts laughing. I know.
I know. Oh, you got these cameras up for safety? Yeah, you just never know who you're picking up.
Well, and I liked that scene too because it's like subtle, but it's effective. That it's like night vision camera, and then his eyes are glowing. Like, yes, that's what would actually happen, but then it makes him look more psychopathic.
Oh yeah.
Like it's those little details that I'm like, yes, very good. What was I? Fuck. Oh, the scene where so he kills that guy, right? And then
Yes.
Spree is suspended because there's like they make an announcement that like, oh, there's some shit going down. And
Spree is canceled.
yeah. And so then he like picks up Jesse in that go-go thing, and like that gets super tense because she's like doesn't know it's him right away, and then when she figures it out, she's like, fuck this shit.
Right, she's
rightably so.
Yeah, that cord won't work. You broke your phone in your show.
Yeah, that was so creepy. I don't know. It's just like it gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I'm all about love now.
I'm all about love.
All about love.
Totally
I
about
thought
love.
You're taking me to home. Oh no, my home.
Oh yeah. We're not going to your home. We're going to mine.
Yeah.
Well, they actually do.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Mhm.
Because she pins him against the wall.
Yes. Gotta take that selfie though.
Gotta take that selfie. I mean, it's sent her into stardom.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy in her car that drove her to the show, that was creepy as fuck.
Miles or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out because I thought he was a joke
Yeah.
bro, but he seemed like a third act. Because they like, I figured he was a
Thought it was an
joke
opening
bro.
act,
Yeah, and they were like they knew each other, but then he was clearly like skeezy.
Well,
Or
a lot of the people in the comedy
presented to be.
circuits know each other,
Yeah.
but it like she just might know him.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was like confused because then he was on stage talking about them, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Like maybe he wasn't needed. If we're gonna talk
Right.
about
Oh, yeah.
storyline, like she could have just gotten to the show some other way.
Probably through a go-go that doesn't kill her.
True, but yeah, there you go. But I don't know. Then it just shows that he tries to mooch off her following. So there you go. Apparently, everybody's
Everybody's
power hungry.
mooching, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Rate us.
It's one of those movies. It's kind of like you don't watch them too much. You're following the villain rather than
Yeah.
a hero that's going to triumph. And I mean, like you got American Psycho, which
Mhm.
would probably be a best, not
Ish.
best-ish. Like another way of looking at it is like, I guess Tim, in your case, what would be the message of American Psycho?
That's tough. Spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen
Oh
American
yeah,
Psycho.
true.
Oh yeah, sorry, classic.
Which is surprisingly a lot of people, but it is
Yeah.
a very good classic. Yeah, because it ends up being in his head, right? So it's like he imagines it all. So I don't really know. Like I'm trying to think of when he imagines it though. Is it because it's not in the moment? It's not like one memory that he just daydreams right then and there. It's like he actually goes through.
I
like,
thought
I
he
don't know,
actually
a
murdered
week?
the people. I don't remember the movie. Apparently,
No, at the end, everybody's alive.
that's boring.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I feel like he.
I think it's just.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's just showing somebody that's not stable, or like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. But go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, but they definitely poke fun at like the corporate culture in that movie quite a
Oh,
bit.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to this movie.
Yes.
No.
They ended up back. They ended up going through like the Reddit chat streams and everything. At the end, that totally happens.
And splicing all the videos together.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I liked that. Like, I like when it all comes together in like a story like that, because like that to me is like, oh well, that makes sense then why you were it feels like a fourth wall break. Like that's why you were watching all of these streams. Like that's why like it kind of pulls the whole movie together and like why they approached it the way that they did. So like, I don't know, I liked that.
Yeah. But I have no more notes.
Let me double check. Yeah, I'm out of notes as well.
The last note I have was just a quote, which I should have inserted it earlier, but I was letting you riff, Adam. When the first guy's in the car, or no, it's the second guy, the Macho Man.
Mario.
And yeah, he's like pissed about it, and then Kurt Like the delivery of the line of like, well, I have a female waiting for me to pick her up was like really funny to me. I don't know why. Like I just felt like it was ridiculous, like over the top.
Oh, you're talking about the time when, yeah, because Mario's talking about how he's got a female waiting for him.
Mm-hmm. And then Kurt's like, well, I'm the female waiting for me. It's just like,
to pick her up.
yeah, it's just funny. I don't know.
That is funny. Yeah.
I liked that scene.
Yeah. All right. So the cast. Kurt Kunkel is played by Joe Keery. And you're like, oh, Adam's going to say Stranger Things. No, I'm going to say Free Guy. He's also in that movie.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's a prominent character in that one, too.
Correct.
Wait, who is?
Joe
Steve.
Keery. Steve. He's in Free Guy.
He is?
Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
the
he's-
other developer.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. Wow.
Yeah. But Jesse Adams is played by Shashir Zamata. She's in a show called Woke. It has Winston in it from, like, Winston's the main character from, Winston from New Girl is the main character in this TV show.
Oh, nice.
I think it's on like FX or something, or FXX.
Has the movies and the shows,
And the
apparently.
TV shows. Chris Kunkel is played by David Arquette, and he is best known for his roles in Scream. He's like in all of them. I
Okay.
don't know.
Scream was
I've
a
only
while
seen
ago.
Scream 1. Tim, have
Me
you
too.
seen those?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. And then I didn't know this character had a name, but London Sachs is played by Misha Barton from the OC. Sam was like, oh my God, look, it's Misha. I was like, who the fuck is Misha?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's some random knowledge. Misha Barton's in this film.
If you're an OC fan, you get to watch her for a little bit of the movie. Not much.
Like 3 to 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bobby Basecamp is played by Josh O'Vale. I just threw him in at the end because he was in the Vine stuff. And I was like, oh, I should bring that up.
Yeah.
I should jot his name down. The critics gave this movie a 68%. The audience gave it a 60%. IMDb with a 5.9 out of 10. And the Googly Oogly Mooglies with an 83%.
Nice.
So, yeah.
It's a lot of things.
Those are a lot of numbers. Yeah. So, Tim, do you want to start?
So
Do
stressed
you
out.
want me?
Yeah, go
Do
for
you
it.
want me to start?
Do it.
Let me get a good stretch in there. Yeah, this movie was weird to me. I feel like if it was done a little differently, I could have enjoyed this movie, but I struggled through this one. I think I kept getting distracted by the fact that they were just. I couldn't really get an idea, like I was saying before, on what the message was or like what they were trying to portray with each character, because everybody was just such an extreme that it almost seemed like they were trying to bait people into, again, like confirmation bias or like to hate other people. And so that really drove me nuts, because it was like every person was such a character. There was no normal like person. Everyone was like an echo chamber of Reddit or 4chan, as they show it. And it's like everybody's just obsessed with themselves and how to, they don't care about anything else, and that really drove me nuts. So I'm gonna flip this movie off pretty hard.
Okay.
No, that's fair. I mean, there really is no character that's not doing something, if that makes sense. Like,
Right.
the dad is equally pandering. We were talking about, what was that guy's name? Mitch? Mike?
Mario.
Nah, the guy that drives her. Like, even he has like a shtick of like
Oh,
being
yeah.
Mhm.
Miles or something.
Miles, yes. Has a shtick of being something. Like, there's no normal human that, like,
Well,
go ahead.
now that I think about it, there's one,
Who is it?
and it's the other spree driver or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about
There's
the
one
real
guy
estate
that
lady?
seems somewhat, but you don't see him. No, I don't. She was still a character in my opinion. Anyway, go on, Sam.
Maybe? I just was thinking about her. All I was thinking about was how she had a cactus and she was like, the cacti worked or something like that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't remember what else
She
her
was,
character was.
she was the corporate sort of like the vibe she gave me was like a corporate above you kind of not sociopath, but like you're beneath me sort of attitude the whole time, with how she was like knock on his car to open the trunk, and he's like, "It's open, just open it." And then she threw it in there, and then her just attitude on the phone, and then
Yeah, like she could have
She
just
just-
been a real estate agent who like got in the
Yeah.
car normally.
yeah,
But yeah. I don't know. Like I agree with your perspective in some ways because clearly like it's hard to find a character that's normal, quote unquote. And I could see how the setup of it kind of like takes you out of it because at certain points I was distracted by the streaming comments, but like that's how it is. But
That
like
is how
it's
streams are,
still like it's still distracting. Like there's no
Right.
getting around that. So like I could see people being like, "Oh god, I just want to watch." And then especially when that's like split streaming and there's streaming comments, it's just like a lot to process. But I mean, I liked it. Maybe it's just because I think that we do put a lot of emphasis on social media. And so like there are people out there that are like follow for follow, maybe not IRL being like,
oh yeah, no, that
we
was
don't say that
weird.
part out loud like Jesse says, but like there's definitely people that are there just trying to like swindle you and get their money, and not saying that's everybody like this movie portrays, but there's definitely that subsect of the internets. And so
right.
I don't know that I would this is where it gets hard because it's like, would I watch it again? Like maybe, probably for like Halloween, but like I don't know that I would regularly watch it. But that's more of just because it's like a slasher for like,
Yeah.
and I don't know how often people watch slashers except for Halloween. That's just like my vibe, but I know other people like it. Anyway, I'm rambling. Adam, thoughts?
You didn't say yes or no.
Oh, I said I would flip it on for Halloween.
Oh, okay. So, Tim, your comment on the characters. One thing with writing that I have read is sometimes they do make people a little more exaggerated so that you don't have to go into a backstory. So you understand who they are before, like with
Like immediately.
Yeah. for like 5 lines that they get.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my only rebut to your
Well-
comment. And I'm not trying to argue. I was just trying to give a reason
Yeah.
that they might have done it.
My thing is like, yeah, you could do that. You could still show who they are, but they were like, the one dude's lines were basically just, "I'm a white supremacist," like
Oh, yeah.
right
Yeah.
off the bat. And I was like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah. His was a little on the nose.
At least, yeah, his was probably the most egregious in my opinion. But, like Jessie, she could have gone without showing the whole blackface thing. There was no reason for that.
I mean, yeah.
Like her, so, at least Kurt didn't agree with the white supremacist. He was very offended by it.
Yeah, he
so-
was like right on it. He was like, "We don't like racists here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Anyway,
But overall, I would say I just enjoyed this film. I liked the chaos of the split screen with the streaming.
There's a lot going on.
I think my ADD-ness is just like trying to keep track of one thing. Like instead of having to focus on one screen the whole time, I got like 3. I can do.
True.
Yeah.
I can like I won't need to look at my phone. I've got like 3 things going on. I don't know. Maybe that's not ADD. Who knows these days? But my short attention span. There we go. That'll work. It worked for me in that respect. So I liked it. I really loved Joe Keery in this movie. I know he was a fucking psychopath, sociopath, whatever you want to call him. He was untethered.
He has good lines though. Like he's funny.
Oh yeah, he's great. I want to see him in more stuff.
Mhm.
Sign me up. But yeah, so clearly I'm gonna flip it on. So yeah, that's that.
You gonna watch a lot of slasher films?
No, there aren't many horror comedy slashers.
I know. It's
They're
a
normally
whole-
like horror comedy.
yeah, and it's more like heavy on the comedy than the horror. Although, like Tim, I think you were saying that this was like classified as a horror, and like
No, that was me.
I don't really think that it's. I feel like it's a slasher, but I know
got
that's a
thriller.
subsect of like horror. But like, it's not. I don't know. I guess it's scary if you think about it too hard.
I think we consider like demons and shit more horror-y than a person killing people.
Yeah.
Anyways, on brighter news, we're going to move on to next week, and I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's see how it works with the new microphone.
Ooh.
There it is. There it goes. I gotta bring my mouth up to this too. Yeah, here we go. And it looks like next week Tim has got a recommendation.
Nice.
Wow, 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 wow. I have a button for that, but Tim can't hear it yet.
Yes, I know here. Wow, wow, yeah, I did it.
He did it. So yeah. Catch us next week. Recommend us more movies. More
Yes.
recommendations.
More recommendations, please.
I feel like you have to sing the Gummy Bear song. We didn't even
Because I'm a
talk
gummy
about
bear.
that.
And you're a gummy bear. Yeah, I've been playing that all day.
Tim69 has left the chat.
All right. Bye. You want to say bye, Sam? There.